In this video, we're going to take a look at how to start an estimate. We'll go over how to create one using templates, how to capture the information, and where to add files and notes. Jumping into my BuildExact account, and I'm walking through this from the perspective of having already started a lead and now wanting to create an estimate. I'm going to head over to the Leads tab on the far left, select the lead, and then go over to the Estimates tab. Now, if you're not utilizing the Leads feature, you can also skip Leads and jump straight into the Estimates tab on the far left, where you can also press the same button that you see here to create a new estimate. Once you click Create New, you'll be presented with a few different ways to create estimates. In this video, we're focusing on the templates and self-start options. There's another video that covers the AI estimate generator, so if you have access to that on your subscription plan, definitely check that out, but I'll be using a template from the list below for today's example. Also to note, there is a blank estimate option. This is handy if you already have a set idea of how you want to build out your estimate and aren't really interested in using our templates to start. Clicking on a template is going to show you a preview of what's included in that template and what could pull through into your estimate. If you select that template for your estimate, you'll be able to edit, make revisions, and delete whatever you don't need. The idea with templates is that it makes the process quicker and helps you avoid forgetting key items. And as a side note, you can also import your own estimate via Excel. And any estimate you've created in BuildExact, we can turn it into a template. Once you've created your first estimate, we can turn that into a template and reuse it, which really speeds things up. For this example, I'll select the kitchen and bathroom template, and on the right-hand side, there's an option to include template quantities. Not all templates have this, and really it means the template includes some sample quantities. Personally, I don't use this often, but if you do very repetitive jobs and you've created your own templates where it has pre-filled quantities, that can be super helpful. Next, I'll enter a description, and something to note, this description does show on the cover page of the quote letter that we present to our client, so you can be mindful of that. And for now, I'll just type in Megan's Kitchen, and if I ever want to revise this before I send it off to my client, I can down the line. Next, the job address and the client details will pull through from the lead that we created, and I'll go ahead and press Create. Now that we're in the estimate, a few things to note. At the top, you'll see the client, the lead, and the estimate reference number. These are clickable links, so you can easily navigate between them, but you can also use the back button to jump straight back to the previous screen. Next up are the estimate details, and this is very similar to the lead details where we were previously when we created the lead. And a lot of what carries over is from the lead, like the client's name, address, the notes and the documents that we added, if you did, back in the lead details, and you can continue adding to the notes and documents here as well. If you're looking to edit a field in the Estimate Details tab, like I mentioned earlier, where I might want to change the description of my estimate before I send it out to my client, you can just click into the field, make your edits, click off to the side, and it'll save your changes. You'll also see a field for work location. Most of the time, this will be the same as the client's address, but if, for example, you're working on one of their rental properties, you can enter a different address here. You'll also see options for client details, lead connection, and starting the client portal. There's a whole separate video on the client portal, but in short, we usually recommend waiting until you're comfortable with the estimates and the jobs before setting it up. Last thing to point out is digital signatures. When you share the quote letter with your client, they can sign digitally and accept your quote, and BuildExact will automatically store a copy of that here, so you can always have it on record. And that is it for now, but as always, if you have any questions, please let us know.